Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one for you. So today, guys, we're gonna do an update on this whole Bud Light foolishness, and I told you guys I'm gonna keep you guys updated on this because this has to be one of the funniest things I've ever seen, really. And it just keeps giving and giving, guys, and we can keep laughing and laughing. Excuse me, pointing and laughing and laughing, right? So, guys, the funniest thing about this is, Disney and Marvel, and was it Paramount and all these entertainment companies, they took a at least a long slide into wokeness, right? Bud Light just straight up jumped off the deep end. You know what I mean? And this is blowing up in their face so bad. And this is happening in real time. They didn't have their phase 4 of Marvel. They've had the month of April 2023, and this is all unfolding in front of us. So, guys, marketing guru behind iconic Bud Light ads blasts self-inflicted Dylan Mulvaney fiasco. So, guys, we're going to get into this. But before we do, please remember to like, subscribe, drop a comment. It really helps to keep this channel going, and hit that notification bell. Guys, here we go. Anheuser-Busch's former chief creative officers whose iconic ads include the "I love you, man" commercials and the talking frogs. You guys, do you remember those? The Bud Wise. You remember that? Okay. He blasted the company's Belgian parent InBev over Bud Light's Dylan Mulvaney fiasco. He says, and I quote, "It took us 20 years to take Bud Light to to the number one beer in the country. It took them 1 week to dismantle it." Oh man, imagine, guys, imagine being this guy. You know, where you took Bud Light, because I remember, was it back in the 80s and stuff, in the early 90s? No one drank Bud Light. But, there's a lot of really, really clever campaigns that made Bud Light this popular, And now in one fell swoop, just even if, let's just give these knuckleheaded pundits that are saying that this issue isn't as bad as they think it is, right? Which it is. It's worse. You still hurt the brand a lot, okay? You had the number one spot and you did this to it. I'd be mad. This would be like you designing a car brand or whatever, and you had it perfect. It was the number one car in the world, and then someone else buys your company and they just run it into the ground. You would be angry too, He says, Anheuser has suffered from a complete lack of corporate oversight and has been that way since InBev took it over, says Robert Latchkey. Latchkey, who now runs his own consulting firm in St. Louis RCL Group, told the Post on Wednesday, "It's pretty obvious that InBev continues to fan the flames on their own with their defensive comments." He declined to commit further about the controversy. Latchkey also spearheaded the incessant so he did the was that. Dude, I'll still watch those commercials online, promo and the ad showing the company's famed Clydesdales playing football. Yeah. In addition, Latchkey served as Bud Light's brand manager during his 20-year tenure, producing the "I Love You, Man" and the "Real Men of Genius." Who remembers that? Real Men of Genius. Yeah, man. So I think that they should probably listen to this guy, because I remember all these campaigns, Lasky left Anheuser-Busch in 2009, 4 months after InBev acquired the company and began aggressive cost-cutting measures, including several rounds of layoffs. They laid this guy off? No, he left. Okay, so maybe he saw the writing on the wall, or he just didn't like the direction the company's going in. And those are the frogs. You guys, you remember Bud Wise? Yeah. At the time, Lasky said it was his decision to leave the company. Okay, so yeah, he probably didn't like the direction that the business was going. So representatives for Anheuser-Busch didn't immediately respond to requests for comment, because of course they didn't, right? Okay, and then it talks about these two knuckleheads that they laid off, that Alyssa Hennerscheid and that Daniel Blake soy boy. And yeah, guys, so during the week of April, Bud Light sales um dropped 23.4% versus a year ago. And it said Bud Light surpassed Miller Lite as a best-selling beer in the early 1990s and remains the nation's #1 brew. But sale declines have accelerated since the Mulvaney thing. Other brands like Michelob Ultra, Natty Light, Budweiser, and Busch Light are also being sucked into the maelstrom and have suffered painful sales declines. The company's distributors have been particularly hard hit, with Bud Light sales declining nearly 30%. And guys, you know what's crazy? I was actually at Total Wine today, and I noticed that there was a lot more Bud Light than anything else. Okay? So this is real. And then, believe it or not, guys, I live in the DMV. I was at an Orioles game, and I didn't see anyone drinking Bud Light at all. So they are hurting, man. I hope it's worth it, man. I really do. Now, guys, I have a little chart here from World Class Bullshitters. Check these guys out, man, because they're really doing some good work here. And this is a map of how Bud Light sales are falling in each part of the kind of country, right? Look at that, 18%. In California, Bud Light fell 18%. 18% in Wokety Wokeland. 29% in the mountain area. Look at that, 25% in the in the west, north, central, 22% in Texas. Look at that. So all across the board, they're just getting screwed. Guys, this is not a joke. This is not a game, okay? And it's going to get worse, right? And guys, I have one more article here. Check this out. Look at this. HSBC downgrades Anheuser-Busch InBev as it deals with a Bud Light crisis. Look at that. Look at that. Analyst Carlos Laboy downgraded the beverage stock to hold, saying there are deeper problems than ABI admits after a recent social media partnership in April between Bud Light and Dylan Mulvaney. Wow. Is ABI's leadership getting the brand culture transformation right? It's mixed, Laboy wrote. At Ambev, we think the answer is yes. In the U.S., we think it's no. The way this Bud Light crisis came about a month ago, management's response to it about the loss of unprecedented volume and brand relevance raises many questions. Guys, what do you guys think? I really think that they stepped in it, guys. They are screwed, right? And it's not going to get any better until they out and out say, look, we screwed up, but then they already have the woke crowd against them. And if they were to straight up apologize and then try and get people back on their side, would people even come back? So I don't even drink Bud Light, guys. And I'm certainly not going to now. So, all right, you guys, let me know what you think. This is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for all the support. Like, subscribe. I'm out of here. Have a good one, guys.